Pathetic. Pathetic. I am very, very, very upset. I don't care about nothing. Everything sucks. Welcome to a show divided. Willie Epteen Jr., Tisha C., Coach Dante of the Sports Empire Network. This is a show divided, powered by the Shakeback Media Group, and of course, presented on the Sports Empire Network. Thank you guys out there for checking us out on Facebook, as well as YouTube and YouTube through the Shakeback Media Group's YouTube channel, as well as the Sports Empire Network, Facebook or YouTube channel. I'm so flustered I can't even talk. And the Shakeback Media Group for Facebook and the Sports Empire Network on Facebook as well as Twitter. Yeah, I ain't gonna even say it like I normally say it. I'm just like that. Anyway, how y'all doing, Tisha?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Well, you know how I'm doing.
I do.
Coach D, what's up, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm just here for you, Willie. I'm here up here to conversate you, Willie. But man, them Raiders couldn't even score a field goal.
See, you already starting. You already starting. All right, man. Since y'all want to act like that, let's just go and get it. Let's go.
Right about now, you're about to be possessed by the sounds.
Stop the music right now. I am dead. I'm dying. Okay. Where do we want to start? I'm going to let y'all. Where do we want to start? The Chiefs were on a bye this week, so they played better than we did.
I was just going to say we had a better game than you did. I'm sorry about that.
This is a show divided. And, okay. Woosah. Coach D, what's up, man? Talk to me.
Hey, what's good, man? How you doing, man?
Stop asking me how I'm doing.
Oh, my bad. I gotta just keep rubbing it in, man. Keep rubbing it in for that performance that the Raiders put up, man. But I say, man, it's just a tough game for the Las Vegas Raiders. They had Michael Thomas out. They had their CB1 out, which is Marshawn Lattimore. Alvin Kamara supposed to been traded today, but he wasn't traded. He was comfortable running the ball and catching it up out of the backfield. And the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle is 4-0 against the Las Vegas Raiders. How about that? He is 4-0 against the Las Vegas Raiders. This Raiders defense been on the field 34 minutes, and Derek Carr them couldn't even manage 3 points. You got Devontae Adams out there getting one catch, getting shut down by a rookie. Hunter went. None of all 22 guys that played for the Las Vegas Raiders did not show up. Jarrett Stidham had a better game than Derek Carr did. The backup quarterback, he drove down to the goal line.
Oh, I usually look up stats and stuff, but there weren't any stats for that game on the Raiders.
There wasn't any stats for that game. Wasn't any positives. Chandler Jones right now just stealing money at this point. He's trying, but he's still in the bank. Jonathan Abrams is not a coverage guy. He's not a coverage guy. He reminds you of a linebacker. It's just everything going wrong for the Las Vegas Raiders. And Willie just sitting up there. Willie just.
So, Willie, what's the next step? What needs to happen?
Fire everybody. Fire everybody. Okay. So, can I talk now?
Absolutely.
All right. The Las Vegas Raiders go to New Orleans and lose 24-0. Derek Carr, I think, was 14 out of 26 for 101 yards. He did throw a pick that was completely and totally his fault. Devontae Adams had one reception for 3 yards. How in the world does Jonathan Abram have a catch in this game for 13 yards? Your running game was non-existent. Your coaching staff was non-existent. Your defense was non-existent. You treated Andy Dalton like he is the second coming of Joe Montana. You let Alvin Kamara run through you like hot butter in the oven. Um, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna tell y'all some social media comments that I made on Monday, or it may have been Sunday, immediately after the game. Number one, I said I am going to be tough to deal with this week. There are two teams. There are two teams that me as a Raider fan, I cannot have my team lose to. Well, really three, but a show divided, I think that speaks for itself. But the other two teams that I cannot have the Raiders lose to, one being the Dallas Cowboys, and then the other being the New Orleans Saints. And this loss to the Saints was enough for two losses. And then Josh McDaniels gets his ass up to the podium and says, I apologize, Raider Nation. This loss is on me. You think? Who the hell else is it on? You are the head football coach. Everything begins and ends with you. This game right here. It looked like there was no game plan. It looked like you guys didn't show up. And you're saying that you as the head coach, it's on you. Who else is it on?
I agree.
Who else is it on? Tisha,
What?
please say something nice.
Something nice?
Yes. Or just say something.
There's always next week.
That's what you said last week.
Don't remind me. I'm trying over here.
Coach Dante, say something. Just say something.
The backup quarterback, Jared Stidham, went down the field on the backup quarterback. He drove the ball down the field. He has more success than the first group of offense that the Raiders had all game. That's something nice. That's something nice right there. I ain't trolling like Tisha doing, but that's something. Now you told me to say something nice, so I said something nice. That's a positive, right, Willie? Coming out of the game, Jared Stidham drove the team down the field. The only thing about it, he just didn't put the ball in the end zone. That's the only thing. But he had more success than that first team did.
Okay, Jared Stidham was 8 out of 13 for 75 yards. He had a quarterback rating of 76.4. He did get sacked once. The Raiders' offensive line allowed 4 sacks total in the game. Josh Jacobs is really the only one that had somewhat of a decent game. He had 10 carries for 43 yards. That's more than 4 yards per carry. I remember the long run of 16 yards. But as a team, the Raiders were held to 38 yards rushing against the number 24 ranked rushing defense in the National Football League. And you mean to tell me that there's only one player that can rush for positive yards?
I don't know what to tell you. I think you just told me. I think I heard it somewhere that they never crossed the 50-yard line. Is that?
They didn't cross the 50-yard line until the last series of the game. And
that was Jared Stidham. That's what I was talking about. That was Jared Stidham. That was the backups.
And I was hoping that we would kick a field goal just to get on the damn board. But no. We came to the fight with this sword and we fell right on it. How do you have Jared Stidham completed 6 or Mac Hollins, the 7 receptions that he had, I want to say 4 of them came from Jared Stidham. Who the hell is Matthias Farley? What is he doing in the game? Why in the world does Keelan Cole only have 2 catches? Why does Hunter Renfrow only have 2 targets? Why in the world does Divine Diablo have 14 tackles, 9 of them solo? Teron Matthew did pick off Derek Carr. It was on a tip drill.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, he's a former hashtag Chiefs Kingdom. I'm gonna tell you who the MVP of the game was for the Las Vegas Raiders. Y'all ready? The Water Boy. The Water Boy was the MVP of the game.
That might be true, man. That might be true.
So this is what I said on Facebook and Twitter on Sunday. I said I'm going to be hard to deal with this week, okay? And then I said, what fan base out there will allow me to adopt their team for the remainder of the season? Do y'all want to know some of the responses I got?
I know half of them, but yeah, you can go ahead and say it.
Or you tell the people that's watching and ultimately will be listening, Coach D, the kind of responses that I received on this crap.
Well, you had Philadelphia, Philly cheesesteak. You had Philadelphia. That's one I know. That's one I know for sure. I wasn't gonna say my Houston Texans because at the end of the day, you know what we are. We know we are young, up and coming team. At least you know what's gonna expect. At least that won't hurt you. Instead of the Raiders having this talented team and everybody had winning the division and getting a Devontae Adams and having a Hunter Renfrow, and you expect those expectations to show up, and they're not showing up on the field. But Philadelphia Eagles is the one team that I know for sure that wanted you as a fan base. That's the one team I know for sure.
Shout out to Key of the Sports Empire Network. That's representation. That's love right there. I've never had a real Philly cheesesteak, so that's in consideration. Somebody on this broadcast said, "Come to mama." It wasn't me because I'm not a mama. Coach D, I don't think it was you because you're not a female. So
hey,
the process of elimination says, Tisha C said, "Come to hashtag Chiefs Kingdom." Okay, let me tell you, and then I had several people saying, "Come to the Cowboys." Okay.
Yeah, Freddie say go to LA.
Yeah, I can't go to LA either because they lost. I can't go to the Texans because we already beat them. I can't go to Kansas City for obvious reasons. Somebody said the Saints because I grew up the first part of my life in Oakland, and then we moved to Louisiana. So somebody said, "Well, come to your home state." Well, I have two home states, but they were talking about the Saints. I'm not doing that either. So let me tell you three things that I would rather do before I become a fan of the Chiefs, the Cowboys, or the Saints. These are three things I would rather do. I would rather go to the Empire State Building in New York City, jump off the highest floor, okay? And I would plead to God, I would pray to God that I catch my eyelid on a nail. That would have to happen before I become a fan of Kansas City. Number two, before I become a fan of either New Orleans and or Dallas, I would join the Illuminati. What you got, Coach? I see you laughing. What you got?
You say you'll join the Illuminati.
I would join the Illuminati.
Ay.
Oh my goodness.
So who's it gonna be then?
Well, I put a poll out there on the Sports Empire Messenger. I said, who should I become a fan of? There's three choices. There was four choices, I think. There was the Cincinnati Bengals, the Buffalo Bills, the Philadelphia Eagles, and some other team to be named later. Well, I can tell you right now that the Cincinnati Bengals are now off that list after what happened to them last night. They got beat 32-13 after I predicted on a Cleveland, Ohio radio show yesterday that they would get beat 38-14 or whatever it was that I said. I'm not very happy right now. Not very happy. I don't know what to do with myself. And on top of that, we're in the World Series right now, and the Philadelphia Phillies are up in game 3, 4-0 the last time I checked. I don't care for them either. And then my adopted teams in baseball have all lost because the A's lost over 100 games this year. So the Mets, they got beat by the Padres in the second round, or the first round, or the first round for them. And then Cleveland, they got beat by the Yankees in the second round. So now what?
Michigan, can you rephrase that for me? How many games the Oakland A's lost again?
Over 100.
Over 100? Man,
yes.
I didn't even know that. I didn't.
There's always next year.
And then on top of that, the rug has been yanked from underneath the city of Oakland once again because Las Vegas has come calling, and it looks like the A's are going to be moving to Vegas. That means there's going to be no professional teams in my first city for the first time since the 60s. And there won't be another team coming there.
Yeah.
Because the city of Oakland is trash. From 10th Ave all the way to 102nd. The whole east side. That's what, oh my gosh. And then on top of that, the college football rankings came out tonight. How is Michigan not in the top 5 or top 4?
What did they rank?
They put them at number 5.
Don't complain too hard about that. Jeez.
And then on top of that, the Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers, is the second worst team in the NBA. And then on top of that, both my fantasy league teams absolutely suck.
Well, whose fault is that?
Lee Willie, boy, you can't catch a break, man. Oh my goodness gracious.
Do y'all know that the Raiders' pass defense is the worst? Not just it's the worst in all of football. I'm talking NFL, XFL, USFL, CFL, Pop Warner. I'm talking all that. I have it on good authority, ladies and gentlemen out there, that should the Raiders lose in #Duval, shout out to Doug Peterson, the head coach there. We went to the same college. That's one good thing out of it. When Jacksonville wins, I mean, I'll get half of a victory from that. But I have it on good authority that if the Raiders lose to Jacksonville, there's a good chance that the head man will be chopped.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are already sending out letters, so that's not good. I'm sure that wasn't a fun thing to get.
Coach D, what you think about that?
Man, I'm gonna tell the Raider Nation on this. You know, there was a couple of people on Twitter trying to talk crap to me about my Houston Texans, but I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine. You did. You got to win against us, which is not really expected. But at the end of the day, I know this team is a rebuilding team. I definitely know. So I know what I could expect. We haven't got blown out. One game we got blown out again. That was against the Raiders. But we actually played solid until the fourth quarter, until Davis Mills threw that interception. That's when the game really got out of here. But I said, okay, at least I know what to expect. I know my team is young. I know I expect my team to lose a lot of games. But your team has expectations with a Devontae Adams, with a Derek Carr who's been in the league 9 years, who's only had one playoff appearance, who only have a couple of playoff appearances, but only one playoff appearance if you want to count the injured season that he did out of the posted one MVP, if you want to count that a little bit. So that's 2 playoff appearances, and one of them technically from last year. Then you have Hunter Withrow. You had Darren Waller, who I said been checked out since the Cincinnati game. He been stopped playing since the Cincinnati game. Then you got a head coach that been hiding behind Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. He's been hiding with his 7 Super Bowl rings, but never successful as a head coach. Raiders had expectations throughout the whole season. They had expectations. Now you got to the playoffs. You get this Devontae Adams. You get these weapons. You get Chandler Jones. You get Bilal Nichols. Now the expectations has to go. Well, it looks like by the week and weekly, you have to beat the Chiefs again. You have to try to beat the Chiefs. You have to try to beat the Broncos, which I think you can beat the Broncos. Yeah, you have to see the Chargers again. So each time these Raiders lose, their schedule is going to get tougher and tougher. And I feel bad for the Raider fan base, and I really actually do. I really think if the Raiders don't make the playoffs, they should consider canning Josh McDaniel. They really should do. Consider canning him again. Maybe he goes back to New England or something like that. But I mean, hey man, Raiders are too talented, and they are who they are. They are a 5-2 football team, and we got no reason to overlook Jacksonville next weekend. You got no reason to overlook them. I don't know if y'all can beat Jacksonville. I don't know if y'all can beat them.
I still don't want to play you, so I don't know. We'll see.
Let me let me clear my throat. Take a sip of water here real quick.
You doing okay over there?
We got some social media comments I need to get to. All right. Carrie Duvall. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comment. How does Adams have 3 yards? I'll tell you how. Because the game plan sucked.
Yeah.
The game plan sucked. This is the most dynamic wide receiver in the National Football League. Why is Josh McDaniels not putting this dude in motion? Why is he not lining him and Renfrow up on the same side of the field? I don't understand that. This is why I say he's got to go. He's got to go. Kerry Duvall, once again, thank you. 2, if you take away the -1, he had, so basically Devontae Adams had 2 total yards in this game. 2.
One was off a jet sweep.
That was the -1 yard.
Yep.
That was the -1 yard loss. And I don't know who put this smiley face up here on the screen. Somebody reacted on Facebook and got a smiley face up there.
Yo, somebody did. Yep.
This is not funny. This is not funny.
No, it's really not.
Key. Hi, Key. What's up, Willie? Key, I need a hug. I need a hug, Key. I need a hug. And then, way to come back and stab me in the back. Y'all better not lose to Jacksonville. You know what? I'm hoping that we do if it's going to be the end of Josh McDaniels. I don't normally call for a person's job, but he's got to go.
There's a problem somewhere.
Oh, anyway, on a brighter note, Kansas City Chiefs were on a bye week. They had a better game than we did. I think Travis Kelce caught yet another touchdown pass.
Probably. Or 4 or 5.
He probably caught another 4 of them. Another 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, from the bar.
Right.
The Texans were on a bye, right? No, they lost who?
No, we lost 17-10 to Tennessee.
Okay. Well, if you ask me right now, which team out of the Texans and out of the Raiders, which team's arrow is pointing up? I will say the Texans is. The Texans' arrow is pointing up. Our arrow is pointing up too, but it's a middle finger. Y'all don't know what y'all laughing for. I'm being serious as a heart.
You're doing such a good job at it too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who do you guys have up next, Coach?
We got Thursday night. We got a short week. We got the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday.
I think we're the Titans.
Huh?
I said I think we play the Titans, right? Yeah.
Yo, they not the Titans. Not all that. They not really all that special. They not really. Derrick Henry just had a field day on us. He rushed for 219 yards, but we have the worst rushing defense in the National Football League, and somehow we just managed to keep games close. We just managed to keep a game close. We got blown out in one game. That was at the end of the Las Vegas Raiders game. We got actually blown out, but every other game has been really, really close that we arguably could have won. But except probably the Chargers game too. We lost that game technically before we came back, and then they put the nail in the coffin. So you can say one technically blowout was the Raiders.
So last year, the Chiefs go to Nashville and they get their butts handed to them. And then after that, I don't think the Chiefs lost another game to the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So this year, you have Malik Willis or Malik Monk or whatever his name is. No, Malik Monk plays in the NBA.
Oh my goodness!
Get it together.
Hey, they whooped you so bad, you forgot who quarterback.
So Malik Willis, the first round draft pick has begun. The Malik Willis era has begun in Nashville. I was surprised that the Kansas City Chiefs did not make a move at the deadline to get some pass rush help, because word on the street is that they were going hard after Josh Allen from the Jaguars.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you don't know. You didn't know that Josh Allen sacked Josh Allen in a game last year.
Oh, I got you. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
So they were trying to get Josh Allen so they could sack Josh Allen again. That would have been the second time, or anyway. And I'm surprised that the Chiefs did not do that. You have already up front Frankie.
I got that. Thank you.
Frankie, and what's the other cat's name? Chrissy and Frankie.
Jones.
But as long as the Kansas City Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Eric sleeping with the Bieniemy, you can throw out there anybody that's in halfway decent shape. They will scheme those dudes open. I'm telling you, they will scheme them open, and they will have a lot of success. So what, Coach? I know the Eagles are home to the Texans.
No, we are actually at home.
Oh, you guys are at home. Oh, yeah. Okay. So,
it's all about a red day. It's all about a red day.
Okay. So at the same time, and this is the first time in NFL in sports history that you will have two cities doing battle in two different sports on the same night. Because you had the Philadelphia Phillies and the Astros will be playing Game 4 on Thursday night.
Yep.
So will anybody even be watching that game? Especially if the Astros are up in the World Series 2-1 at that point? Will anybody even be watching the Texans game?
Yeah, everybody still be watching them. Even though they disappoint. They disappoint this year. I mean, I didn't expect us to have many wins. I said I literally thought we could win at least 7 games this year. But again, at the end of the day, we not expect this team to do nothing really special. But everybody's going to pay attention to the World Series to see Dusty Baker to try to win his first World Series, and can the Astros win their World Series since the 2017 season. Of course, you're going to pay attention to the championship World Series. But yes, there's a lot of people pay attention to the Houston Texans. Even though we get beat by the same strategy each and every week, which is the run game. We can't stop the run. So other than that, we still manage to keep a game close and don't get blown out. And but I think, to answer your question, people are going to pay a lot of attention to that World Series matchup.
No.
What if we down or what if we up?
But my question was, anybody going to watch the Texans game?
Yeah, I think people are going to watch the Texans game. Yes, I still think people are going to watch the Texans game. Most people are going to watch the World Series, though.
Okay, well, you know what, Tisha, you have any final thoughts, dear?
I don't really guess so. I think it would be a cool upset, and I mean, I'm not saying that it'll happen, Coach, but it would be neat to see. That makes good football. But yeah, other than that, no, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think if the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Texans, they will be off my list of teams that I am in the transfer portal right now. Okay, I am in the portal, and I am seeking the.
What's it gonna get? Like, what's it gonna take to get you to just come on over? Just come over.
I already explained that to you, Tisha.
It's great. I mean, the water is great.
You can't beat them. If you can't beat them, you can't go join them.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going.
You can't do that, Will. You can't go join them.
I can send you another hat.
I'm not going. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, Coach, you see the hat that I got on?
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
You see this BS?
Yeah. Hey, that's what the Raiders did to you, though. Raiders did that to you. Raiders did that to you. That's what you get for being a Raider fan and a loyalty Raider fan. That's what you spent. Look at that. You play all your loyalty to the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're thinking they're gonna do something this year. You're thinking they're gonna win in division. You're thinking this is the year we're gonna be better than the Kansas City Chiefs. And look what they do to you, Willie. They got you wearing a KC hat. They done had you sick the other day. They had you sick the other day against the Saints. Look what they do to you. Look what they did to you.
I'll tell you what they did. I'll tell you what they did. Listen to this. Due to a 30-29 loss to those Chiefs on Monday Night Football at the end of Week 5, the bet was that if the Chiefs were to win, I would have to wear a Chiefs hat until the next time the Raiders and the Chiefs played, and vice versa. If the Raiders were to have won, then Tisha was going to have to wear a Raiders hat until the next time the two teams faced off with each other. So after doing a little research and thinking that it was going to be probably in week 7 or 8 or 9 or somewhere in there, no. Now I got to wear this hat on this show until week 18 because that is when we play each other again.
Week what?
You heard me.
It's week 18. Y'all gotta wait till the last game of the season to play them. So you gotta wait until the last game of the season.
I was privy to this information. He clearly wasn't.
You know what, y'all? Plug yourself, Coach D. We finna get out of here. Plug yourself. Plug yourself, D. We finna get out of here. I'm done.
We'll plug yourself.
Plug yourself. How can people follow you? Kick it with
you.
Okay.
Yo, well, y'all can follow me at Coach Dante on YouTube. Y'all can follow me on Coach Dante on Sports Empire. Coach Dante 31 on Twitter. Coach Dante 31 on Instagram. Y'all can find me everywhere. Y'all can kind of find me everywhere. I do all sports play-by-plays for any team, including my teams. They ain't play basketball. It doesn't matter. I'm just a sports fan overall as a whole. Baseball, it doesn't matter. So shout out to Willie for having me on. I tried, Willie, my guy, fun to talk sports with him. But, I had to come up here to release some stress off Willie back because, that game, I never imagined for the Raiders to get shut out or not kick a field goal against the Saints.
Yeah, whatever. Tisha, plug yourself.
Literally just at here for the number 4 football Casey on Twitter. That's it. That's all I got for you.
You can find me somewhere near a cemetery, coming soon to a location near you. With that being said, I'm gonna do what Tupac said. I'm just gonna do this right here. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I wish I could. Nope, I'm not gonna do that either. Stop. Doopy Fiasco, we don't want you in here either. I'm gonna tell you what I am gonna do. I'm gonna do this because it is just synonymous of what everything that I'm feeling right now. Yeah. I'm screaming under my everything. So for Coach D, for Tisha C, this is Willie F. Ting Jr. Show Divided. Man, y'all take care of each other. Y'all hug each other. Y'all love each other. We'll holler at y'all again real soon. Peace. We out.